Hi, this is Navya. So under this pharmacology subject syllabus, we have already discussed from chapter 1 till chapter 8. And all the chapters have been uploaded in the playlist. And if you're not watched, I'll also drop a link in the description box. You can watch in the later section. And in this video, I'll be taking the class for the chapter 9, that is corticosteroids. So let us start the class. Yeah. So this is the chapter 9, that is corticosteroids. So let us know the topics, what all the topics we used to discuss in this class. So first we gonna learn the definition of this. So definition of the corticosteroids. Then we gonna learn the classification. We gonna learn the classification. Then the uses. Then the side effects. We also learn contraindications and emphasis on hydrocortisone and dexamethasone. That is a contraindication and emphasis on the hydrocortisone and the dexamethasone. Yeah. So all this topic will be covering in the class today. So let us know one by one each. So first, let us begin with the classification of corticosteroid. So the definition. So what is meaning of this corticosteroid? This is the means this comes under the class of the drug. So they are the class of a drug. They are the class of the drug. So that that lowers the inflammation of the body. That lowers the inflammation in the body. And the main thing is they also reduce the immune system activity. Immune system activity. So this corticosteroid, this is a class of the drugs, and it lowers the inflammable in the body, and also it reduces the immune system activity. So and if that results maybe in the swelling, it is swelling because this corticosteroid, this is swelling and the itching, redness, and all some allergic reactions. So what doctors used to tell? So doctors, they often prescribe them to help to treat the disease, like so the doctors, yeah, so the doctor prescribes for the diseases like if the patient is suffering in asthma or lupus, allergies. So if the patient is suffering in any of these kind of symptoms, and also if have arthritis, so if the patient is suffering in these kind of a disease, then definitely the doctor may prescribe this kind of the medicine. So before that, let us know corticosteroids. So this resembles the cortisol. So this resembles the cortisol. So what is this cortisol? We can tell this cortisol is the hormone. So this hormone is in the sense that is naturally produced. So that is the naturally produced by the body. From where? From the adrenal glands. From the adrenal glands. And why? Because is why this is happening in the sense the body needs to be healthy, right? So the body needs cortisol to stay healthy, to stay healthy. So that is the reason. So here the doctor may prescribe the use of this cortisone for the disease like asthma, arthritis, and lupus, and all type of allergies. This corticosteroids, this is resembles about the cortisol, and this cortisol is a hormone that is that will be generally produced by the body of the adrenal glands. Why? Because the body needs cortisol to stay healthy of the body. That is why. Yeah. So next concept, the continuation of this cortisol. We know this cortisol. This plays the major role. This plays the major role in the process of in the body, and that includes. Plays in the sense that may include in the metabolism and immune response immune response and also the stress. So this cortisol, as I said, this is a hormone, and that will be produced naturally by the body from the adrenal gland. So this plays a major role in the metabolism, immune response, and in the stress. So now the definition has been completed. Yeah. So the next concept is the classification. So let us know the classification of this drug, the corticosteroid. This corticosteroid, this may be classified as systemic or the localized. Yeah. So this may be classified systemic, localized. This localized steroids, we call this as the localized steroids. This target, what does it do means? It will target the specific part of the body, like yeah, the specific part in the sense they may be applied through, not in the internal process, that is the medicines or the drug that may be applied in the form of the skin cream, eye drop, ear drop. Yeah, these kind of applied means it will be applicable. And this systemic steroids, what happened here, this may move through the blood, this may move through the blood uh, to assist more parts of the body, so more parts of the body. Systemic, this moves through the blood all throughout the all parts of the body, whereas this localized, this is the steroids where it has been applied in the form of the skin cream, eye drop, and the ear drop, and they apply to the target specific part of the body. Only this may be applied. Yeah. So this localized steroids, these used to this steroids. Let us discuss about this. So this is used to treat conditions like, let us know the disease purpose. This for this, it has been used to treat the disease such kind of asthma, hives. Yeah. And coming to this, Let us know the disease part, for what disease it has been used, this type of drug. So this is through the skin cream, as we discussed, skin cream, eye drop or ear drop, but this is through the bloodstream. It has to move to the all parts of the body. Yeah, so about this, so this when we are discussing about the systemic steroids, so this is used to treat the conditions such as the lupus or the multiple disorders like, and this and this is being used for to treat the disease. This lupus treatment has been used. So corticosteroid, finally, this can be called as the steroids. Corticosteroids can also be called as the steroids. They do not have the same as anabolic steroids. They are also called the performance. What we can tell, that is the, yeah. So performance steroids. It can be also called as the performance steroids. Yeah. So the classification is completed, as we discussed about the systemic and the localized. Localized. Yeah. So now the next topic, let us learn the users. Let us learn the users of the corticosteroids. Let us learn the uses of the corticosteroids. As I already discussed, we had these two type of drug, and these two, some are using to treat lupus and some are using to treat skin disorders and disease like asthma. Yeah. So finally, what we can conclude in the use of the corticosteroids, so this is used to treat arthritis, lupus, asthma, allergies, all type of allergies. Yeah, so these are the usage when we're talking about the corticosteroids. And also, in addition to this, this corticosteroid also used to treat for the Addison disease. Very important, treat for the Addison disease. So what is mean by this means, this will be a condition, so where the adrenal glands, where the adrenal glands aren't able to produce even the minimum amount of corticosteroids that the body needs. When this this is when it will occur, means in the case, so where the adrenal glands are not able to, so this are not able to, these are not able to produce the minimum amount of the corticosteroids at the time this corticosteroids has been used for this. So this is the usage of the corticosteroids. Yeah. So let us know the other topic, the fourth topic, that is about the adverse effects. Yes, adverse effects of corticosteroids. Yeah, so let us do the adverse effect of this. So adverse in the sense that is the side effect. We can also call it as the side effects. So this occurs when, usually side effects will occurs when they are injected to the body. When the drug is injected to the body, only then the side effects may occur. So most of the side effects that comes through the oral medication, not through the skin creams. So it may come, but not too much. That will be in the rare case. But most of all the side effects that comes through the oral medication, that is the localized medicines, that move through the, not localized, that comes through the systematic. Yeah, means that comes, you can just mainly remember that comes through the bloodstream. That comes to the bloodstream. Yeah. Yes, the other side effects. The other side effects are the cough, sore throat, wet we can tell, sore throat, and very difficulty in speaking. Yeah. Then oral thrush, oral. Minor nosebleeds, not major, means mild nosebleeds. These are the side effects. Yeah. So, and this is for the inhaled. So, this is all for the inhaled corticosteroids. So, when we discuss about the in the injection, that may be in the form of the cream, then we will be having other side effects that comes under loss of skin color, insomnia, high blood pressure, very high blood pressure. Then we have the facial flushing. These are all the side effects that the corticosteroids that can lead to the thin skin. These will be the side effects. And skin related issue. This is a skin related issue. Then we also have the oral steroids. Oral steroids in the sense that will move with the blood flow. That will move with the blood flow. So let us know the side effects from this. So this normal side effects that will be in the S, then the blurred vision. The vision will be in a not proper. It will be in the blurred stage. Then water retention. These are all the side effects. Stomach irritation, the burning sensation, the stomach irritation. Patient may feel in the burning sensation. Then glaucoma and very difficult in sleeping. So this all comes in the same category. So difficult in the sleeping. Difficult in the sleeping. Then the thin skin and the easy bruising. So these are all the side effects from the corticosteroids. That corticosteroids through the that will be in the oral steroids that may move in the blood flow. Yeah. So the next concept, that is a fifth concept, that is about contraindication of the hydrocortisone. Yes. So before going to this topic, first let us know what is this hydrocortisone. This hydrocortisone, this is the name of the hormone. Name of the hormone. So when supplied as the medication. So when this is applied as the medication. So the usage. So let us know the usage of this. Uses in the sense, so we can include some condition. we can include this usage for some condition, that is the symptoms, that is adrenogenesis syndrome, high blood pressure. We can also include as the high blood pressure. Yeah, for this purpose we can use this. This is the name of the hormone. Hydrocortisone is the name of the hormone that is used for the medication. Medication means in the usage of the conditions such as the high blood pressure. Yeah, the sixth concept, that is, so why a patient should not take this hydrocortisone? So why the patient should not take? So what may be the side effects, or what is the reason behind this scenario? Yes, so what is that scenario, in the sense the conditions may be, if the patient is suffering in the conditions such as inactive, so tuberculosis, that is one of the reasons should not consume this, should not use this one. And it may infection, so the infection due to fungus, this is also one of the reason, fungus. And the other issue is the diabetes. If the patient is suffering in the diabetes, should not supposed to use this type of the medication. Then condition with a low thyroid, not high, it is the low thyroid hormone level. Low thyroid hormone levels. And here we have some more condition. Let me write in between here. Yeah. So diabetes have already completed, and infected to the fungus is done. Then we have a condition that is too low. Then the brain injury. If the person is suffering in the brain injury recently, that may also one of the reason. Wide angle glaucoma. This is the wide angle glaucoma. Psychotic disorder. One of the major issue, that is the psychotic disorder. Increased pressure in the eye. So pressure in the eye. So these all are the reasons why the patient should not use this type of hydrocortisone. Yeah. So now the last concept, that is we need to compare the hydrocortisone than the dexamethasone. Yes, let's compare things. So there's hydrocortisone and dexamethasone. These are very deformable drug. So very deformable drug. And what does it carries then? So this carries deformable drug that carries have increased the biological potency, and also reduced therapeutic dosage. It also reduced the therapeutic dosage. Yes. So other difference. This is about the deformable drug, and this carries that have the biological potency, and it reduces the therapeutics. And now there is other difference also, that is the prednisone. There is prednisone. So this will be 4 to 5 times more, 4 to 5 times more than the hydrocortisone. Cortisone. And also this has a long duration of the action, perhaps 12 hours or the more. Whereas here, that is the desamethane. So this is about to 40 to 50 minutes more potent. It will be having more potent than the hydrocortisone, and this even acting a longer acting 18 to or 24 hours it may be, and more both of these glucocorticoid this they are given when a prolonged action is desired. So these are all the difference in the hydrocortisone and the desamethanol. So the quick revision of this chapter, that is all about we learned about the corticosteroids. We learned about the classification. In the classification, it came localized and systemic, and also the users, and also we learn about the side effects of this drug. Side effects, after that we learn about the contraindication. Contraindication, and other topic we learn about, that is hydrocortisone. And the last one what we have compared with the recent one, desamethasone. So these are the concepts we learned here. As this difference you already being known, here usage to treat asthma, lupus, and allergy. These are the usage of this to treat those type of things. And this corticosteroids, this as already discussed, this resembles the cortisol. This is the hormone that is naturally produced by the body glands. The body needs cortisol to stay healthy. To stay healthy, the body needs this cortisol to stay very healthy. In the classification, we all know this systematic and the localized. Systematic means more in the form of the blood, whereas this localized is used to treat it as like asthma. Yeah, and the side effects, these are the side effects also we learn, and these three concepts also we learn as a new topic for hydrocortisone and the desamethasone. So these are the topics we covered here, and this completes the chapter 9.